Anticipation for Honkai Star Rail is growing by the day. This is largely in part due to the marketing that Hoyo is doing, and also at the same time because the game is actually good and players are very excited for it. Honkai Star Rail is one of the biggest gacha releases of 2023, and with the release on April 26th right around the corner, there has been no shortage of questions, one in specific of course, pertaining to how to start the game off with the perfect 5-star husbando or waifu. Thanks to a recent live stream, we have a confirmation on just how to go about doing that. And there are quite a number of very incredible looking 5-star husbandos and waifus that are presently available as of recording this video. Listed in alphabetical order, we have Bailu, Blade, Bronya, Clara, Fushuan, Japard, Himeko, Jingyuan, Kafka, Locha, Seal, Silverwolf, Trailblazer, and Trailblazer Fire, Welt, and Yanqing. Now I will note, I very well may have butchered 1 or 5 or all of their names, so I do apologize for that in advance. Each character has their own elemental affinity, like Bailu with lightning or Bronya with wind. They also have their own unique weapons, fighting styles, and voice actors. But is it possible to? And subsequently, how do you go about guaranteeing you obtain a 5-star hero immediately after the game launches? Before I explain that, I want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to play gacha games like this for a living. You're all 5-star heroes to me. Also, if you have a moment, consider following me over on Twitch, where I will be streaming Star Rail Day 1. So there are at present 2 different ways of guaranteeing you obtain a 5-star hero, and I'm going to take the next few minutes to detail both of those methods separately. First, we have a feature that a lot of Genshin players will likely recall. Hoyo have confirmed that they will be running a special banner called the Beginner Warp that will have a selection of rare characters to obtain, including Yanqing, Bronya, Japard, Welt, Himeko, Clara, and Bailu. As you might recall from Genshin, which ran a banner featuring Noelle that cost 8 intertwined fates, Hoyo have opted to reduce the cost of 10 pulls on this banner specifically by the same 20%, meaning it only costs 8 wishes instead of 10. After 50 pulls, the banner will immediately expire, and players will obtain a random 5-star character, or a light cone if you're incredibly unlucky. It is unconfirmed how long the Beginner Warp banner will remain, if it's permanent or only here for the introductory launch. This is the fastest, the easiest, and arguably the cheapest way of obtaining a guaranteed 5-star hero, especially as a free-to-play player, but this isn't the only way. The second method is in the form of a 5-star selection ticket, which also happens to be a one-time reward. The 5-star selection ticket has a limited character pool featuring Himeko, Welt, Bronya, Japard, Clara, Yanqing, and Bailu. Obtaining the ticket, however, is going to take significantly more time and effort than method number 1, as players will be required to do 300 pulls on the standard banner, which is, well, admittedly a lot in the short term, for free players anyway, not for whales. But in the long term, I'm sure working towards your guaranteed husband or waifu like Bronya or Himeko is going to be well worth the time invested and the frustration of being required to wait. Plus, you're going to be pulling as often as you can anyway, so this is essentially an additional reward that requires no additional effort from you. It looks like the gacha system present in Star Rail is not going to be horrible. Soft pity for a 5-star character is at 75 pulls, with guaranteed pity at 90 pulls on the limited banner. Limited banners are going to run for approximately 2 weeks and will feature a single 5-star along with 3 4-star heroes. This banner is the easiest banner to waste currency on, as hard pity 90. You're guaranteed a 50% chance at the 5-star present on the banner, and if you fail, are guaranteed a 100% chance on your next hard pity, which admittedly is kind of expensive, but Hoyo aren't really known for their free-to-play friendliness. Thankfully, at the very least, pity carries over between limited banners, meaning if you hit 60 pity on one banner, you only need potentially between 10 to 30 more to guarantee a 5-star. And that is it. 2 different confirmed methods to obtain an easy... Well, I guess easy isn't necessarily the word I would use here, but to obtain a 5-star character in Honkai Star Rail. You might not necessarily receive the character you want, and it might not be at the speed that you want to obtain it at, but they're guaranteed and obtainable completely free. Hopefully, you're as excited as I am for Star Rail. While the gacha is going to be as painful as Genshin's was, I still believe this is going to be a phenomenal game, and I cannot wait to waste the next few weeks in it. But if Honkai Star Rail doesn't look like something you'd be interested in, then no problem. I urge you to check out one of these 2 different videos on screen right now. I'm sure we can find something for you to get excited for.